Hi YouTube and welcome to Concade Gaming. My name is Con and I'll be your host for today. It's 2024, things are changing, COVID is well and truly over, and I wanted to take the YouTube hobby a little bit more seriously this year. So essentially my last game room tour was in 2021. It's about 6 months after COVID hit, and I started basically doing a little bit of part-time console modding and collecting. I essentially started with a Super Nintendo. Mind you, I had consoles since I was a kid, and I just decided to start modding one console at a time. If you saw my previous video, I've amassed quite a large console collection, and I wanted to take you guys through the collection now and what it looks like, and also cover off all the really different mods that I've done to each console. Plan for 2024 to basically get the Durham Mister as well as the Mars FPGA and install that in my cabinets. When I do get those two FPGA systems again, then I would like to start recording real arcade footage for the channel and show you guys some real high quality arcade footage and some of the favorite games and the new releases that will come out on Mars and Mister FPGA. But without further ado, thank you for tuning in. If you guys would like any specific information or demo of each specific console, please let me know in the comments. I would love to do that for you guys. And then at the end of the video, I also have a bit of a teaser and a surprise to what secret project I'm working for in the background, which also I'm planning to do probably by mid this year. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope you will subscribe and follow me for great content. I'm really looking forward to, and I'm very excited about 2024 and helping this channel grow. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy the showcase. Okay, starting the game room tour. As you guys might have seen this before, I have a official marketing poster for King of Fighters 94. I got that imported from Japan. They're not common, but in my opinion I think they are the nicest, one of the nicest King of Fighters or SNK posters that I've seen, and it certainly kicked off my passion for the series. So I thought it's a nice touch to add to the actual games room. Below that we have my Millennium Falcon, so I think it fits really nice aesthetically into the actual setup. And I actually got a Bambu Lab P1S, which obviously is a really good printer, and I'm using it now for 3D printing parts for console mods and things like that, so it's become really useful. Okay, starting off, let's go to the top. So I have a neo-geo X that's boxed complete. I don't really like the console, but it's neo-geo related, and I was fortunate enough to pick it up for a good price, so I thought it actually adds to the room look. I have a neo-geo CD, which is a top loader. I got that imported from Japan, and I'll show that to you guys a little bit shortly. A Wii U neo-geo controller and a Star Wars limited edition 360 console. Okay, starting off, I have a couple of handheld consoles. So again, 3D printing, yay. Did a nice Nomad stand. I got my Nomad bag, so it was missing for a while. I sold it to a client, but then he ended up sending it back to me. Long story short, I got this Nomad probably about 3 years ago as a trade for a job. Got it for a really good price, but since I got it back, I put the RGB driver screen in it. I recapped the unit. I put the Master System mod, and I did the audio mod for the Mega CD audio. So if you guys are not familiar, if you're running the Mega Everdrive Pro and you run a Mega CD game, because the Mega Everdrive Pro emulates a Mega CD, you don't get audio on a Nomad, so you have to do a mod on this console in order to get the sound. Shout out to Long Island Gaming for showing me the mods. I used that, and it works great. So let's have a quick look at that now. So let's do a bit of Sonic CD. I've been told that it has better music than the US version. Okay. Obviously the battery's on the fritz. Okay. Moving on, my MVS C-Box from AliExpress. So again, 3D printed cover on that. I did swap the board on it. So when I got the unit, it died on me. It's got an MV1C in it. So I did buy a replacement motherboard. I put a Neo BIOS Master MVC in it. It was available at the time, but pretty hard to get now. Those give you the UniBIOS quick swap and the virtual memory card functionality. Got a supercapacitor and a full recap. And look, overall I'm very happy with it. Got a custom neo-geo joystick on that as well. And you know, I had this before I bought the arcades. So that was my original plan, as I was going back to what I was saying before. I never really intended to complete the MVS set. I only wanted, you know, maybe 15 or 20 cards with the super gun on my main TV. But you know, things change, and once you you know, get bitten by the neo-geo bug, things just got out of control. But anyway, it is what it is. Moving on, I got some Bitmap Bureau books. These come out every year or two. I do collect them. I really like the look of them as well. So I think they look really nice for an SNK neo-geo collector. That's the neo-geo CD top loader that's recapped. It's also got the Neo SD loader, the official one. I bought that when it was actually out, and that works really, really well. Last year I was fortunate enough to buy a Turbo Express just here locally in Australia. The sound wasn't working, it was stock. I fully recapped it, which brought the sound back. And I also did the RGB driver mod on this one as well. It was a difficult mod, I would say, because you have to cut the shell. It's obviously a rare console, so it was a little bit hairy, but it does look amazing. So let's have a look at that. You can't beat those RGB driver screens. The vibrancy and contrast is really good.
Vor langer Zeit lebten die Menschen glücklich und zufrieden. Niemand bemerkte den Schatten, der sich langsam über ihnen ausbreitete. Die Dunkelheit trübte ihre Sinne und das Böse fraß sich tief in ihre Seelen. Vom Wahnsinn getrieben schmiedeten sie einen Pakt mit dem Teufel. Zu später Stunde kamen sie zusammen, um gemeinsam die Mächte der Finsternis mit ihrem sündigen Blut zu rufen, sie zu erlösen von ihrer sterblichen Existenz, den Anbeginn einer neuen Welt vor Augen. Und so begab es sich, dass nach 100 Jahren das Böse wieder Fleisch geworden war. Als unsterbliches Geschöpf der Nebels annehmen. Es labt sich am Blut der Menschen. Dracula, der Fürst der Finsternis, Herr des Teufelsschlosses, ist auferstanden.
So obviously that's running the Turbo Everdrive Pro from Crix, and I highly recommend that. Okay, moving on, I got a modded IPS Game Boy Advance. I got 3 of those, one for me and one for each of my boys. I got a Everdrive GBA in that, and let's turn that on. So that's really nice. Okay, and one of my last ones, I got a Game Gear. That shell is from Retro 6, as well as the IPS kit. I got an Everdrive in that as well as the USB-C battery mod. It's been fully recapped and the screen's been changed as well. So let's have a look at that. Sorry. Awesome. Okay, moving on, I got a neo-geo CDZ. This unit was fully recapped by myself. I also put a 12 volt DC mod in that. What that basically consists of is 2 buck converters converting the 12 volt into a 10 and a 5 volt, which the neo-geo CDZ requires, and that works really well. I also got the UniBIOS for 3.3 for the neo-geo CD installed as well from Will's Console Mods. Okay, now a little bit of arcade wise. In parallel to my MVS collection, I was actually collecting Atomiswave cards. So I do actually have a Atomiswave motherboard in there. It's been recapped and it's got a neo-geo fan mod. Obviously I collected these because they're SNK releases. I didn't really plan to get Dolphin Blue, but I got that at a really good price last year and I just couldn't pass up on it. So I'm pretty much done with the Atomiswave. Only thing I would get is the multi-card flash card, which probably I'll get this year when it becomes back in stock, and I'll call it done for Atomiswave. Moving down is just a 32X Doom game. That's the actual only 32X game that I own. I bought that with my 32X, rest is just Gamecube. It's a very small, humble collection. So I just try to replace the games that I once owned when I was a kid, as we all do. Things we lost, things we want to replace for nostalgia wise. But I'm happy with that. Gamecube's actually going bonkers in terms of prices over the last couple of years, and especially this year. Things are just increasing dramatically, so it's good to have these. Moving on, I got the Everdrives, so I got the X7 for the 64, got the FX Pack Pro and the Mega Everdrive Pro, which I showed earlier. Okay, moving down, I got some Japanese Super Famicom games, which I converted to English. And here I got my, I would say, most prized MVS full matching kits, which were very hard, like I mentioned before, in terms of completing the actual collection. But I got Ganryu matching full set. I got Matrimeli US version full set matching, brand new Pulsar. I got another Ganryu, a Samurai Showdown 5 Special, that's brand new from Japan, got that probably about 2 years ago. SNK versus Chaos, SNK versus Capcom Chaos, and Twinkle Star Sprites. I got a matching full kit there as well. Long story short, this one I was very lucky to get this. So I bought an upright 6-slot LAI Legend Australia MVS cabinet. It's huge. It's an Australian sort of woody MVS cab. When I started collecting MVS, and the reason I got it is because it actually had this game with it. I got the cab for about $1,600 Australian. After I got the cab, I realized the cab was just too big for my room, so that's one of the reasons why I decided to move to a Japanese candy cab. But you know, I sold that later, that upright, and obviously I got the game as a result, so that was really good. So that's one of those really lucky pickups that you have interesting stories for. So here we have the MVS collection. Like I mentioned, it is the complete set, all original. I do have the Japanese exclusive as well, but I don't feature all of them because the shock box art is pretty ridiculous. This is the notorious one, which was a pain in the butt. I hate this one. But yeah, if you can get your hands on this game as a collector for a reasonable price, get it, because it's rare. So I got shock boxes to match the full kits. I just like to have a shock box for every release anyway. And yeah, shock boxes are great, as you guys can see. It does really make a big difference for an MVS collection, just to have really nice set of shock boxes. I got them from Southtown Homebrew. I highly recommend them. I used to get them delivered and shipped to Australia in packs of 20. So Chris could ship him in 20s. And I used to get a big box every couple of months. So as you guys can imagine, having a shock box for every game gets expensive. It's not cheap. It works out to be about 25 Australian dollars delivered per shock box. So you guys can do the calculation. Now, since then, AliExpress started selling shock boxes, but I do not recommend that. Reason being is I had a few and they just don't fit the MVS cards correctly, and they're very tight. So, and they actually end up being similar price. So if you're gonna pay similar money, get the shock boxes in bulk and get them from the right source. So these are the Atomiswave that I showed you guys before. They were actually AliExpress shock boxes, because you know the cards are smaller for Atomiswave, so it doesn't matter if it's tight or not. And I also got this from AliExpress. And these are the PGM IGS cave games, and which are the fluffy PCB boards. If you guys not familiar with the fluffy PCB boards, it's PGM IGS cards that you make yourself. So I did the labels, obviously printed out myself, and did all the soldering, obviously myself as well. Now the reason you want the fluffy cards is because of the quality of the build, and they're not Chinese reproductions, which tends to have graphical reliability and video issues. So I love these. These are predominantly for my Tate cab, and I'm a big cave shooter fan, so you know, these are wonderful. And black label. Cool. So as you guys can see, just taking a step back, you know, shelf candy wise, chef's kiss. Mwah, it's beautiful. Okay, moving on. Got a Sega virtual gun there, a Core Graphics Mega Drive 32X, which I recapped and modded to NTSC. Got more books there from Bitmap. Okay, so I'm a bit of a sucker for smoked shells, so that's my modded Mega Drive. It's got a triple bypass switchless mod, and yeah, it looks great. They're not cheap, but I love it. So that's my first smoked console. My second smoked console is my Sega Saturn. So that's got the Terra Onion mode in it. It's recapped, got the FRAM mod, and yeah, it's awesome, wonderful. Both are RGB, SCART modded. I used to have an OSSC, but I sold that, looking to get the retro thing for okay. Next one is my Super Nintendo, my original love, and that's a one chip. Also recapped, and it's got a Super SIC mod. This is the orange limited edition N64. I got that HDMI modded through HD 64 Gamebox kit, fully recapped as well. Looks good enough. I'm not a big 64 player, so I'm not too fussed about that. Sega Dreamcast, again smoked with an umbrella insignia. This has the DC digital HDMI mod, as well as the GD loader mod. I've also did the resettable fuse and the battery mod on that as well, and the power mod. Moving on is my Core Graphics. That's running the Super System 3 Pro. If you guys don't know, that's a Terra Onion product, and that's got a HDMI mod on it as well. It's a great little system. Picked that up when it actually got released a couple of years ago. Next are my Gamecubes. Okay, so starting off with a limited edition Spice. That's got the GC loader from Pixel FX. It's a really nice console, Japanese exclusive. I got the Pluto 2 with the Handhelds Flex installed. People say that, you know, that's running GC video. I used to have a Kirby, but I didn't like having dongles, so I invested and I bought the internal mod. I had no problems installing this. It works great, and it's hidden. I got the 3D printed mount there to match the color as well. That looks really good. Going back to the smoke theme, I got another GameCube here. So this is the smoked shell. It's got the Foxhound Dual, which I got from Etsy, and that's actually running Pico. It's got a Pico mod, the GC memory card, and it's also got the HDMI Pluto 2 Handhelds mod as well. So those are my two babies, one custom and one exclusive Japanese. Okay, moving on is the R2D2 Xbox. I got that modded with a blue internal LED mod and an RGH3. Same with the Modern Warfare 3 console, RGH3 mod. This one here, a little bit special, is my original Xbox. It's the smoked again. This, if you guys don't know, the smoked color was a Japanese launch exclusive. I imported that again when I was getting the neo-geo stuff from Japan, and it's awesome. This one's got 128 megs of RAM, Cerebios with a 2 terabyte mod. Same thing here, Halo exclusive. I love these two consoles. Again, it's got SterBIOS, fully recapped as well. And you guys might be familiar with this console. It's my latest acquisition. It's the Foxhound shell from RetroCool, which I mentioned earlier. This is the console I'm playing this week. It's got the X-Station mod. It's got the PS1 Memcard Pro, the Medusa Blue Retro internal mod from Will's Console Mods, and PS1 digital mod as well. It looks sensational, guys. I have a bit of a gameplay video of that on my channel if you guys are interested to see. But aesthetically, it is a wonderful looking case. It's probably my favorite case from a third party shell perspective, and RetroCool does make some really nice cases. The Sega Dreamcast case is also RetroCool. I highly recommend those shells. They're really, really nice. But you know, as you guys can see, I'm going for a bit of a theme here, but I'm really stoked with that. My final handheld is PS Vita. I don't really play it, but I got that as a trade for a job as a modder, and I got a white limited PS2, which has the OPO and a 4TB in the running the USA library. So I'm really happy with that as well. Okay, so those are the consoles that I amassed since 2021 and modded. I'm really happy with it, guys. So next I'll show you the arcades. So here is my horizontal fighting cab. It's got a FOSS slot in it. I'm sure you guys know what that sound is. It's Pulsar. Here is my custom Power Cafe. If you guys know where that's from, leave a comment in the description and you get some credit points for those true neo-geo fans. So this is the first neo-geo cabinet that I got. Screen is immaculate, fully recapped MV4 board, amplifier, shielded speakers, fully restored. So I was running Mister on this one, as I mentioned before, and yeah, looking to get the Mars FPGA this year. So FOSS slot, obviously, a favorite with the kids. And the one that started it all for me, I guess. Let's appreciate the intro for all the true King of Fighters fans out there. Let's do a one coin. Whoa, it's a bit chick. And yeah, bit of a quick game. Not saying I'm good, it's been a while. Music is really jazzy and cool in this game. Oh, so cheap. Come on, dude. He's going to... Nice reversal. Clearly I need a bit of practice, guys. Oof, so cheap. So that's real-time game footage from the arcade cabinet. Please let me know in the comments if you guys do enjoy this type of content, because I would love to showcase new releases for Neo-Geo, maybe do a Neo-Geo only playlist with original cards and arcade cabinet, as well as Mister FPGA, Mistercade and Mars when that comes out. Let's have a look at the next cabinet. So this is my Tate, fully restored cabinet. A new A68K tube with an now MS9, fully recapped, running the fluffy arcade PCB and Katsui. The music is banging on this game. So this cabinet, it was in pretty rough shape. I got it repainted, new marquee, light, speakers, like I mentioned, tube, chassis, it's very clean. It's pretty new. It's factory. Tube is really nice and clean. And it's perfect for Tate. You gotta love this CRT. You just can't get the same experience with shooters, unlike an arcade. There's just too many ports these days with bad ports and lag. Jeez. I've lost my touch, but I can usually get up to stage 3 without dying. Let's do first stage. There's just something about playing games on original hardware. Ketsui is probably my favorite cave release for arcade. I'm getting trouble here, okay. Oof. Okay, beautiful. So, that's my Tate cabinet. It is the bomb. So this concludes the Game Room Tour, guys, for 2024, beginning of February. I hope you enjoyed the deep dive into all the updates that I've done from a neo-geo cabinet and console perspective. So as mentioned, I have a few plans for this year in regards to projects and sharing the content with you guys. I did mention there is a bit of a secret project in mind, so I'm going to give you guys a hint. And if you know what I'm going to do with these 2 items, or these 3 items, let me know in the comments. So, hint hint, Retro Ralph, if you guys know what this is. Right? And original Namco guns. So, I think a lot of you would actually know what that project is about. So stay tuned to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the content today, guys. I know it's a lengthy one, but you know, for all the true gamers out there, I'm sure you appreciate the detail and everything that I've shown you today. Please subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. It does help my channel grow and tell other people about the content, so others can enjoy it. I plan to release a lot more content with this quality. And yeah, welcome again to Concade Gaming, and I hope to see you again. Thanks for joining in. Bye for now.